Well, good morning, good afternoon, good day, good evening, wherever in the world you are joining us from. Hello, greetings. It's so good to be here with you. I'm Charleene. If it's your first time joining us, welcome. Tell me where you're joining from today, no matter if it's your first time or 100th time. Some of you could actually be, how many of these have we done? I think close to 150 something. You know, keeping it real. So no matter how many times you've joined us or not, welcome. Tell me where you're joining from. I want to say hello and good morning, and so do the bulls. They're eager to say hello. They've actually been jumping around a little bit this morning, I noticed too. So we'll see. We'll see what's going to happen today. It's going to be a good day. Today is all about the courage to let go, the courage to release, the courage to deactivate the things that were holding us back. We're going to tap into our, I think it was my inner spiritual rock star. I had to don my spiritual gangster shirt for that, little Pegasus, little freedom flight that we're going to be connecting into, but it'll be interesting. So anyway, here we go. Good morning, April, my Tampa Bay neighbor. What's up, my friend? Oh, good morning. Oh, okay. Agnieszka? I hope I'm close to pronouncing your name correctly. I'm so glad you're here. Please help me. Jeremy gave me a thumbs up, so in theory, I'm doing well. That's excellent. Oh, she gave me a thumbs up. Perfect, thank you. Yay, Kathleen from Maine. How are you? Oh, just get a little, I'm breathing in the Maine air as I'm thinking about Kathleen, and it's wonderful. Thank you for bringing that breath of fresh air with you to this Florida heat. I know April can approve. Jessica from Boston, how are you? We send our love back to you as well, my friend. Yay, Kat from Florida. Gosh, a lot of this Florida heat going on, I'm telling you. Candace, good morning from Seattle. Good early morning to you, my friend. Thank you for joining us, Candace. Nice to see you. Lynn from Manchester, England. Across the Atlantic Sea. Sorry. Nothing little good hair won't fix for you in the morning. If you didn't know, that was a reference to the musical Hair. Anyway, Lynn, thank you for being here. Kathy with a K from Sarasota Beach. Oh my gosh, we've got a lot of Floridians in the house today. My goodness, that's wonderful. Kathleen, oh, emoji, you know what? Any emoji is good emoji. I love it. It's great. Grace Ann from North Dakota. Lovely to see you, Grace Ann. I don't know if I've met you before. I hope you find the space welcoming, inviting, and you know, one of the things that we love about doing the lives is that it's just such a beautiful community that gathers. There's such a peace and an openness and a supportiveness that really comes forth. So I hope you enjoy your day today, Grace Ann. Kathleen says, yesterday it was as hot as Florida up here, and you used to live in Florida. My goodness, it's just hot. If you're in the Northern Hemisphere, it's hot. Jessica, you were going to say that as well. Amazing. Ooh. Arlen, hello, how are you? Nice to see you. I love your emojis. Jessica, the Northeast has been hot as Florida. I know, it's just crazy everywhere. Well, my friends, today, it's all about the declaration. It's all about the ability to tap into something so much greater than ourselves. And yet, that greatness is truly an aspect of ourselves. How do we tap into finding greater release, greater freedom from the things that bind? Speaking of hello, peace, I'm so glad you're joining us. Jessica, how is the kitten? Thank you for asking. She is here with us. She is a handful as always. We love her to bits, and she's actually helping her daddy. So she is back helping Jeremy. And she says, thank you very much. It's a journey. So, you know, I think one of the things for me that's always a little challenging is that when you don't know what to expect, the unexpected comes up. You can't plan for it, you can't anticipate it, and once it happens and you realize that the unexpected can happen again, sometimes it makes you a little, at least for me, it makes me a little leery of, oh my goodness, what else? What else could go on? And the way my normal mind tends to work is, well, if something's coming down the pike and I don't know what that is, do I need to be prepared for it? How do I prepare for it? I'm constantly trying to think of all of the little things that if an emergency happens, is everything in place so that I can quickly deal with it? And the reality is that, are we ever prepared? Are we ever prepared for the unexpected? Can we ever be prepared for the unexpected? What is the lesson in embracing the unexpected? I'll just share that because that's a lesson that I've been working through dealing with on my end. You know, how much sleep is it worth losing over something that is actually something that we're fearful of, that's actually serving a much greater lesson? So I don't know if that resonates with any of you, but there we have it. And our kitten is a fantastic catalyst for said lesson. So thanks for asking. I appreciate it. P says, kittens are the best. Yes, they are. Hello, Sandy with an I. Beautiful morning from the desert in Arizona. Probably also very hot there. The desert creatures are bustling, grateful for this magical event and grateful for your kitty doing fabulous. Yes, thank you so much. We appreciate that. Yeah. It's interesting how we consider things near death when I guess truly all of life is near death. We just don't like to think of it that way, but the reality is that this is all but a dream anyway. So I hope you're having a really nice dream today. Jessica, she says, that's us Capricorns and only children. It's true. I think you were right. Definitely a Capricorn and only child trait. Always having plan B and C and trying hard to work on it. It's true. It's very true. It's funny how life sort of shimmers out to prepare us for things that we didn't even know we need to be prepared for. Well, if this is your first time joining us or your 100th time, welcome back. I'm glad to be here with you today. In front of you are 22 maybe. You'll have to count. They change order. It might only be 21 today. Quartz crystal singing bowls. They are made out of 99.99% pure quartz, which means that they conduct electricity thanks to the piezoelectric effect. Piezoelectric effect is a physics phenomenon. Anytime a material that carries piezoelectric properties is struck or rimmed in this case, any sort of mechanical stress being applied, it actually begins to generate electricity. And you, my friend, are an electrical being. Your biofield is constantly humming and buzzing all around you with the electricity of life. If your heart ever stops, what's the first thing they do? They apply electricity. So the bowls not only communicate through their electrical outputs that we can hear, that we can feel, that we can sense, but they also, because they're chromatically tuned, which basically means we have all of the white keys and black keys on the piano, plus a few extras, we're able to tap into a different realm of music. We're able to begin to perceive different colors and how these colors affect us on an energetic, on a subtle level, also on an emotional level, sometimes even on our mental level as well. And because they're tuned to 432 hertz, there's a very peaceful feeling that comes with that particular tuning. So this bowl, this note that I'm remming right now, cycles 432 times per second. This is an octave below, so divide 432 in half, 216, and that's how many times per second this particular bowl vibrates. And all of the other notes in between and above have a mathematical correlation between that 432 hertz. 432 hertz has been shown in laboratory settings to actually stimulate our DNA. Awakens it, enlivens it, begins to compel it into movement, into a place of receptivity. 432 hertz has also been shown to bring great relaxation into the body compared to other tunings. It's just a very peaceful kind of vibe that you're able to sit into. So as we begin to sit into this space, find a simplicity in your body. Simplicity in how you're holding yourself in the air right now, whether it's seated, whether you'd like to lay down. Technically lie down, lay your body down. English. Finding comfort in your space. Like I said, today is all about activating, embracing, and responding with, co-creating with courage. The courage to let go. We're going to be tapping into a declaration of release and of more personal freedom, because that's what life's about. You are not bound by anything except that which you give your energy, your sovereignty away to. And we all do it in different ways. Heck, I talked about it. A need to prepare, a need to plan. I need to have all of my proverbial ducks in a row so that if anything goes awry, I'm ready. When I give away my peace, I give away my power. Where is it that you give away your peace and give away your power? We're going to look at that. Have you ever felt like you were trying to move forward, but there was this invisible anchor that was holding you from your past, keeping you in place? Might be an echo, the ghost of an old mistake, perceived mistake, the weight maybe of resentment, maybe even a limiting belief that you thought about that you haven't dealt with from years ago. And we tell ourselves, hey, it's all over, it's fine. But our energy, our resonance knows the truth. We're still holding on. And these old stories are still running in the background, like a computer program running in the background, a virus of sorts. And that programming actually begins to subtly shape our choices. It dims our light. It keeps us from our full potential. So what does it really take to let go? Some people say it's time, but I conjecture it's much more than time. Because truly, time doesn't exist. If we think about it in the terms of a quantum perspective, and all of time is happening now, what is it that activates that letting go within us? And I've boiled it down from my humble perspective. It's an active choice. It's an act of power. It's a moment where you stop passively wishing for freedom, and you actually find the courage to declare it, to speak it into truth, to activate it. It's using your own inner voice, maybe even your outer voice, with absolute authority to declare that that story is over. Your hold on me is done. It's finished. No more. I choose something else. I choose my own personal freedom. I choose sovereignty. I define my life's kingdom. I define the principles by which I live, by which I thrive, and by which I flourish. And anything that is not aligned with those principles, be gone. Well, today, we're going to step into that. We're going to touch this courage. And we know that sometimes stepping into this point of courageous expression, sometimes it's very easy. Sometimes you can immediately do it, just like that. And other times, we need to practice a little. So no matter where you are in this position, know that you have the absolute power to say, done, no more, that's it. And you also have the choice to say, I'm going to practice this. I'm going to prepare myself. How am I going to fully express this? And find things that continue to come up. so that you can release and let go of those old stories, those old patterns. So no matter where you find yourself on this continuum, be encouraged. You're exactly where you need to be. The choices that you make today are compelling your tomorrow. And truly, there's no bad choice. There's choices that take us into different realities, different expressions of ourselves in this divine present moment. Choices that activate certain things, choices that lull other principles within ourselves, expressions within ourselves, into a deep slumber, like hibernating through winter until they're ready to come alive. So breathe in, take a deep inhalation in, holding that breath in, feeling your heart relax. And as you breathe out, begin to just release any need for something to happen the way that you think it should. Taking a deep inhalation in, breathing in permission and space. Breathing out. Releasing any judgment, any stress. Releasing the expectation. Taking another deep inhale in, breathing in, a little more peace, a little more possibility. Breathing out, a little more. Grace for the path that you are walking right now. Remember, power isn't passive, and power doesn't have to be forced. There's a difference between power and force. So often we conflate the two, we mix them up. We think, oh, power is a forceful act. And true power, true strength is actually effortless. So remember today, there's no need to force. There's no need to activate something in you that might feel a little incongruent with your truth. Sometimes power is a very fiery, magnetic aspect of ourselves. Sometimes it's a very quiet, watery, flowing perspective that begins to activate within us and come out. So today we're going to be guided to reconnecting with that inner voice of ours, that beautiful inner voice, where this powerful, most authentic part of you, and it's powerful because it's authentic, where it knows your truth. And you can use this truth to begin to declare your own freedom, your own sovereignty. Going beyond wishing something to be different, it's about deciding, choosing, activating it to be so. So I invite you now to find a position that's comfortable, that relaxes you into a state of even deeper ease, feeling grounded, feeling supported, beginning to witness the air around you, and watch how your breath, as you breathe in and out, begins to slow, begins to deepen. See how your own breath begins to activate and move with the rhythm of the air around you. There's an ease in your inhalation and a quiet release with each exhalation. Feeling more deeply rooted, more deeply connected, more deeply aware of your own space. If you have a grounding practice, I invite you to begin that now. If not, think, imagine, or feel a golden cord of light that originates at the base of your spine. And this golden cord begins to descend into the ground beneath you, connecting deeply into the earth below. And this connection serves as a point of alignment, a point of grounding, of settling into this space. And any time today that you're ready to release, to let go of an energy that doesn't serve you, that doesn't feel like your truthful, authentic self, think, imagine, or feel that energy just sliding effortlessly down that golden cord of light. Breathing in, deepening your connection into this point of grounded alignment, feeling more settled, more serene, more satisfied in your body right now. And you begin to settle even more deeply into this stillness, bringing your awareness to your breath. Seeing your breath as if it's moving in and out of your heart, breathing through your heart. Noticing the rhythm that's surrounding you right now. That subtle rhythm, that beating, the pulsating rhythm of your heart. And with each breath, I wonder if you can imagine that you're breathing in air and you're breathing in strength. Inhaling a deep sense of courage, feeling it as it fills your lungs, drawing into your body, filling your entire chest. And as you exhale, grounding out, letting go of releasing any doubt, any hesitation, any fear that might be lingering, anything you're ready to let go of. Bringing greater, settled strength into your physical system. Feeling yourself breathing in through your heart, breathing in courage, breathing out through your heart, letting go of any doubt, any hesitancy, breathing in a greater sense of relaxation, of settled strength, breathing out any tension, any hesitancy, any anxiety or stress. Just watch as it simply dissolves down that golden cord of grounding light. Breathing. Good. Settling. Noticing how it feels as though there's magic in the air around you. The air is moving a little differently, speaking to you a little differently. And as you notice this magic that seems to be floating in and around you, you allow your mind to relax even more. The conscious mind just settling, gifting it rest, gifting it comfort. There's no need to analyze, to try to figure something out. Just simply allow yourself to float on the sound of these crystal singing bowls, listening to my voice, knowing that your deeper, wiser self will receive the words you need perfectly. There's magic in that. There's permission in that. Magic is just a phenomenon that we've yet to explain with our logical left brain, and yet we recognize that its truth is there, for we can experience it. Magic resides in the right brain. Allowing that side of your awareness to come forth even more. And as you do, as you let go, releasing any need, any judgment, you begin to sense and feel even greater strength and solidity building up within your body, like a warmth that spreads from the center of your chest and your heart out through your limbs, down your arms, into your hands, down your torso, into your hips, down your legs, through your ankles, into your feet, wandering down, wandering up, feeling the warmth spread up your neck, into your head. And as you see this warmth, you can sense it all around, throughout your entire body, spilling out into the physical space around you. This quiet warmth, you may perceive it as a color, you may perceive it as a form, a sacred geometrical form. It may feel like a sound, a hum, a rhythm, a reverberation in your system. However you're experiencing it, just allow it and recognize as you breathe in that you are in a place of safety, of security, ready to connect to even deeper self-love. Feeling this power solidifying, strengthening, becoming more present within you right now. The flow to deepen your relaxation and your ability to feel your expression. And now, from this place of centered strength, let's begin to call forth greater knowingness of something we are ready to release, to let go of. You needn't search for it with your mind. We're actually going to invite your inner wisdom to reveal it to you and for you. Sometimes the thing we need the most is the thing we have yet to perceive. So taking a deep breath in, holding that breath in, feeling your heart relax as you just exhale, let it go. In your mind's eye, I invite you now to think, imagine, or feel an image that you are ready to perceive and release. I invite you to scan your physical body, perhaps your subtle energy body as well, looking at yourself as if from a peaceful perspective from above or outside of you, stepping outside of your space, turning back and looking at you. Perceive the perceiver. What do you notice? Can you see yourself stepping outside of you, turning and looking back at your physical body, the expression, and this time-space dimension? Good. And when you do, begin to notice any heaviness in your space. Call it forth. Ask yourself, what is holding me back? And notice any sort of feeling or sensation of being stuck, heavy, maybe even limited. Maybe you sense this as a feeling, something that shows up in your life often. Maybe it's in a career, a relationship, maybe in your expression of creativity, your health. This is not a need to decide. This is an opportunity to allow. Just allow one area to come into greater focus, bringing perspective. Now notice this feeling. Let's begin to identify it a little bit more, giving this feeling of stuckness, of heaviness, of resistance, of form. If it had a shape, a texture, maybe even a weight, what would it be? Is it a heavy stone in your mind? Maybe it's a tangled knot in your stomach. Maybe it's a door that's locked in your mind's eye. Just allow a symbolic image to represent that burden, that heaviness, that thing that's limiting your personal sovereignty. Look at this shape, this symbol, and feel a magic begin to activate in the air around you. And you recognize you are engaging higher wisdom, that archetype of the sage coming forth. Good. Now look at this shape, the symbol of what holds you back. And from your place of courage, that beautiful place of strength you've been cultivating, activate this deeper wisdom, feeling its magical presence infusing you. And ask yourself this simple, powerful question. What is the truth you are here to show me? Ask that image, ask that heaviness. What is the truth you are here right now to show me? And just allow yourself to listen, to hear. Listen to that first answer that's arising. It may be a full sentence, it may be a simple word, like fear, resentment, unworthiness, perfectionism, maybe the face of a person, maybe a flash of memory from the past, of a scene that has yet to find resolution within your spirit. Whatever it is, just acknowledge it, easily without judgment. It's not happening now. In fact, this experience that's coming to mind is actually coming forward, seeking, asking for freedom. It's easy to relax into the knowledge that you have the power, the strength, the wisdom to create your expression of your reality. And from that place, witnessing whatever is coming to mind that is ready to find its path to freedom. Hold this awareness, this image, this word, this truth, this expression, just gently in your mind. There it is. This burden that you have just named, you've identified, you've seen, you've connected with. Bring it forward and place it into a golden sun that's sitting directly in front of you. This golden sun can hold this burden, this image, from a point of repose, of ease, of safety, illuminating the truth that this message is bringing you. And as you witness the sun holding this image, this experience for you, you notice this place feels a little more settled, a little more sacred, a little more holy. You are in a sacred, safe place, working with the wisdom of your higher self. Taking a deep breath in, holding that breath in, feeling your heart relax. And as you gently exhale, notice any energetic cords and ties that have connected you to this image in the sun now sitting in front of you. Just notice these cords, these ties that bind. Notice their texture, their thickness, their strength. Just witness them. Take a moment, acknowledge them, honor them, bless them, not for the pain that it's caused, but for the lessons that they have brought. Find freedom in blessing that which has brought you greater knowledge, greater insight, greater perspective into your life. Every burden teaches us something about the strength we never knew we had, and you can silently bless those cords, bless that image experience for the opportunity to learn, because its purpose in your life is now complete, and you are ready to be free. Take a deep breath in, holding that breath in, feeling your heart relax. And as you exhale, recognize it now. From this place of clear seeing, clear feeling, connecting with your highest self, settled in this moment. Now is the time. Now is the time for declaration. Now is a time for release. begin to gather that feeling of courage. Reactivate it, that courage that you felt earlier. Feel it rising in your chest. It's a powerful, unstoppable force of self-love, of determination, of an ability to rise above the ashes like the phoenix within you, knowing that you are the sole authority, the only authority in your world and your reality. Good. Feeling that balance of power and expression. There's no need to force. All you need to do is breathe. Breathe in the truth of your sovereign being. I invite you now to connect to the deepest expression within you that connects you into a place of greater release, of greater stability. You can either speak these words with me aloud, repeat after me, or silently repeat them in your mind. But begin to generate this full, heart-based expression of power, of personal sovereignty, of strength. Breathing in and out of your heart, breathing in through your heart, experiencing more strength, more balance, breathing out, feeling greater resolve and resiliency. And from this place of heart-centered coherence, feel these words express through you, directing them into that golden sun. I release you now. Your hold on me is finished. It's over. I am free. I release you now. Your hold on me is finished. It's over. I am free. As you say these words aloud or in your mind, see those cords that had once connected you to that image, that expression in the golden sun. Begin to see those cords just dissolve, melt away. You may experience them being cut. You may experience them just releasing. You may experience them transforming into nothingness. I release you now. Your hold on me is over. It's finished. I am free. Now, make your words as personalized as you wish. What's right for you? Find the words that ring the greatest truth for you in this moment. Maybe it's the contract is ended. I take back my sovereignty. I release you now. Your hold on me is over and I am free. Find your words. Allow them to become a mantra of that strength, that resolution, that courage deep within you, balancing, good, affirming. And as you take a deep breath in, feel courage, fill your heart, spreading out through in your entire body. And as you exhale, inwardly declare your words with even greater power, clarity, and absolute finality. Declare it now. It is finished. I am free. I am free. I am free. Taking a deep breath in, holding that breath in. And as you do, begin to notice how differently your space feels. Those cords that once held you, that once bound you, are gone. And if there's any lingering connection, just watch as it dissolves away, releasing into the flow of the all. immediate rush of light, a lightness of being that begins to speak within you. Feeling your own life force, your own energy that was tied up in those old patterns, feeling it rush back into your system, moving through and in and around you, reactivating those places that once kept you from connecting fully to your truth, now flowing, now integrating, now finding perfect connection. In front of you, the golden light, that sun that had once held the image of what had limited you, begins to just evaporate, dissolving, floating away. And with a gentle nod, honor that information, that experience, that old field that had connected you to a lesson that you have now begun to assimilate in a deeper, more truthful way. And as you nod, bless that experience, bless the golden sun, bless yourself. In your mind's eye, think, imagine, or feel your entire space now filling with the light of gold, a golden hue that glows. You may see it as a golden sun, a beautiful ball of golden burning light that begins to fill the very top of your head, moving down through your entire space, filling in any crevice, any place where the light is now needed. Nature abhors a vacuum, so what has been released must now be replaced. Breathing in this golden light, feeling more deeply connected into your personal sovereignty, your truth. There's a freedom in this power, a settledness in this place, a stillness. Your authentic self vibrates with the rhythm of truth, the perspective of the all. This golden light is an attractive harbinger for new information, for any new vitality that you'd like to bring in, new feelings, new expressions, new creative connections with yourself. What is it? What else would you like to bring in right now? Maybe it's joy, maybe it's happiness, maybe it's peace, maybe it's more sovereignty, maybe it's freedom, self-respect, worthiness. What is it for you? Choose a feeling, or 2 or 3 or 20. Choose these beautiful feelings. You can either experience them as a sensation, as a light, a color, a sound, motion even, and just see them beginning to fill your space, being attracted to all of that golden light filling your space, fusing with that gold. That gold enlivens, activates, and empowers these feelings even more. This is you reclaiming your authentic voice, your truthful inner territory, this energetic expression. So make it yours. And as you do, breathing into your heart space, exhaling through your heart space, anchoring into this empowered flow, this freedom of pure potential, of living the life that only you can live, that only you can express, that's so important, that's so needed right now. Breathing in, breathing out, noticing how this truth feels in your body, embodying your new truth. Taking a moment to just sit in this stillness. Feel the magic surrounding you right now. Feel the openness in your space. Feel the grounded connection that allows you to truly express, to truly feel, to truly be. And now it's just about time to begin coming back into this time, space, place, this new now moment. But before you do, remember that anytime you choose to relax in this way, to reconnect with your deep courage, that power and strength that runs through you, you can do so more easily, more effortlessly, and even deeper by listening to the sounds of frequencies of these bowls as they co-create with you, connecting even more deeply to your authentic voice, your authentic truth. Now, gathering with you all of the expressions today that felt good, the freedom that came, all of the sights, the sounds, the feelings, the rhythms, the colors, the images that delighted you, that brought you lightness, that brought you closer to your inner peace, your divine structure, your expression into this time. Everything that you loved, begin to cultivate those feelings around you, surrounding you, bringing them back with you now. And if this is your time to drift off into peaceful slumber, breathe in the knowingness that you are stronger than you once realized, that you carry with you more peace than you ever knew. Knowing that tomorrow you will awaken with even greater strength, even greater resiliency, and even more courage to let go. Wishing you a peaceful slumber and sweet dreams. And if this is your time to begin coming back into your physical body, to express into this new day that has been presented to you, come back with me now. Begin to feel more sensation in your physical body, wiggling your fingers, your toes, and your nose. Feeling the air touching your skin, coming back online, gently bringing your awareness back to the physical sensations of the room around you, the surface beneath you, the air on your skin. Taking your time. Feeling more connected to your inner strength, your authentic expression. Feeling more courageous, more capable, and more connected. Welcome back, my friends. to softly open when it feels right to you, knowing you are held, you are loved, and you are more than ready for anything that life may bring you. My friends, you have made your declaration. It's done. The weight has lifted. The courageous work, the hard work is done. You've done that. But sometimes what we forget to do is to honor the moment that comes after the release. It's that space where the burden lived and you've refilled it. You've brought in different information, new information into that space. And yet, the beauty of vibration, of sound, of music, is that it takes us into a place of the sacred silence where all potential is waiting to be unleashed. All the goodness exists. All the potential, all of the possibility, the profundity of peace. The peace, that sound of your soul returning home to that place of limitless potential, if but just for a moment. Feel yourself breathing into this fertile ground of silence, bringing in new joy, new strength, new dreams, desires that truly align with your authentic self. Taking a deep breath in, breathing in these new dreams, this new alignment, holding them for a moment in that sacred place of your heart. And as you exhale, sending these dreams forth into the world, allowing them to take root so that you can move forward from this moment with more ease, greater self-compassion, and connected love. Be ready to be amazed at what you have cultivated and will allow to take form from your work today. Breathing in freedom, breathing in the innocence of pure potential, breathing out into the flow, the dance of your perfect reality. My friends, how are you feeling? How does that feel? That was an interesting one. If this is your first time here, one of the things I forgot to mention at the beginning is that always expect the unexpected. We never know what's going to happen with the bowls. The bowls tend the journey, and we're along for the ride. That was very interesting. I'd love to hear your feedback, what that felt like for you, what came through, what you experienced, what you expressed, all that kind of good stuff. And as you do, let me take a moment to reflect back with the bowls. I thought it was very interesting. The bowls today very much kept us in the opening. We were very grounding into the key, even before we started, into C major. There's just this pure simplicity, this innocence. It's like the most wonderful vanilla flavor that you'll ever experience. There's nothing boring about this vanilla flavor, but it's the point of expression. It's a point of coloration for the rest of the sound that we experience, the organization of sound as music. And it's expressed on a keyboard. It's all the white keys. So all of the white keys were really coming forth. And then when we got into this place of groundedness, this need to ground into a space, we very much moved in a place of C sharp major and C sharp minor and F sharp major. F sharp major is probably one of the purest keys that feels the most easily and readily expressed in our physical systems. The tonality of C sharp itself, just a note, C sharp very much grounds us into the reality of this world, of this time, of being on this planet. There's a strong congruency with the frequency of the vibration of the planet itself with C sharp, but there's also this openness that happens that C sharp, especially when we activate that fifth, so C sharp and G sharp, when we bring those together, it kind of defines the play box and the sandbox in which we can play on planet Earth. And it kind of has that sort of vibrational field to it. To me, this is what actually Earth sounds like. Obviously, depending on where you are, there's different feelings and frequencies and vibrations that come through in the planet, but when I just go with me on this one. When I listen to the planet from space and I look back at the planet, this is actually what I hear, what I see, and what I feel. This is the most authentic expression of the sound. And so we were very much sitting into this open point of alignment with the physical self. But then when we introduce that F sharp major, to me, that's that openness of the planet expressing through the multidimensional portal of the heart. And that was very strong throughout a lot of the stuff that a lot of the frequencies that were coming through today. But then we also very much grounded into the point of A major, which is also connected to that C sharp, and indirectly connected to the F sharp as well. So we were, this key of A has an expression of innocence, of satisfaction, and of hope. There's a spiritual hope and expansion that comes through with A, just easily and innocently. So that very much expressed itself today. And then we really grounded into this flowing key of D. And we even ended in D. D is interesting because the fifth, one of the most stabilizing notes that you can put with this fundamental tone of D connecting us into this like victorious, literally the Hallelujah chorus is written in D. So there's this expression of triumph. When you pair it with that A that had very much been predominantly coming through today too. Sorry about my hair, guys. This stabilizing, flowing energy and information almost roots us into the possibility of that expression of ourselves through the multidimensional portal of the heart. It was a very long explanation, but I thought it worthy of sharing because it was very interesting and beautiful as to how it expressed. We can have different keys express in different sessions, and frequently, depending on what keys or fundamental tones come through together, actually indicate different colors. So just because A comes through, and A doesn't always have the same type of expression or feeling or resonance within our body based on what it's paired with. So the pairing itself is very important. Think of it as like finding, if you enjoy drink, which I don't, but I can appreciate a very fine wine, very specifically paired with specific foods that bring forth the flavor and the expression of the foods. And I've experienced those before, and it's very similar. When you combine, you can take one wine and put it with one entree versus another and have two very different experiences. It's the same thing with music. So, maybe there's different types of hot chocolates that could be applied to as well. And, depending on what you pair the hot chocolate with, whether it's a strawberry or mango, you have different expressions of it too. But I digress. Apologies. Sorry. So how was that for you? That was a lot. Hi, Dorothy. I didn't get to say hello. And Brad, you said you can feel it resonate. Yeah, the bulls were really speaking, especially at the beginning. Lori, how are you doing? Joining from Madison, Wisconsin. I'm glad you're here. Matt says surrender. Yeah. Chris, good morning to you as well from South Carolina. I'm glad you were here. We are grateful for you to be here as well. Yes. Love all of these emojis that are going on. Pammy Zoo. We have to go back to the beginning because I missed some of y'all before we got started. Good morning in Portland, Oregon. Thanks for being here, my friend. Lovely to see you and all those purple hearts. Miriam from Fort Lauderdale. Lots of Florida people today. So exciting. Woohoo. David said, you released learned patterns of fear and accept my present joy. I love that. That's so beautifully expressed, David. Thank you for sharing that. Yep. I love that declaration. Sorry, word. I love that declaration that you just shared with us and that you penned there for yourself. I love that. I released learned patterns, fear, and accept my present joy. It's good stuff, dude. Good stuff, man. Brad, thank you as well. Very refreshing and enlightening. Oh, good. I'm so glad that the sounds were good for you today. Kat, yay! Look at all of your heart emojis. Beautifully illuminating. I'm glad that was good. Chantal, first time here. Welcome. Well, if you'd like to revisit any of this, in Insight Timer world, these live streams, once they're done, they're gone. And my brilliant husband, Jeremy, has figured out a way to let them live in perpetuity. So not only do we broadcast live on Insight Timer, we also broadcast live on Facebook as well as on YouTube. So you can either go to our Facebook or YouTube, and Instagram too, sorry. Yay! Woo, woo, woo! So you can go to any of our social media, or especially YouTube, and you can find this experience and relive it if it was something that you'd like to call on again and again and again. The magic always happens in the moment. But what's interesting is that if time is not linear as we perceive it to be, which it's not, and time is truly stacked, which is how all present moments, like this present moment, is exactly the same present moment as the one we just had a second ago and an hour ago. There's only one present moment, right? So if there's one present moment, this linear expansion of time that we think we perceive is actually stacked and happening all at once. So we can access any layer of time in any present moment. So go back, watch it again, see what else comes up for you. You can repeat these things. That's why my darling Jeremy helps us to relive those moments if that serves you. So you can go to, especially YouTube, it's easy to find. And at the beginning, if you just want to look for the picture, at the very beginning and end of every live broadcast, Jeremy puts up a really cool picture because that's the cover art that you can quickly find it on these platforms. Oh, look, there you go. Boom. Courage to let go. So just look for that one and it will guide you back into your perfect now moment. Chantel said it was super lovely. Yay! Lynn, thank you so much for your generous donation. We appreciate you. For all of our friends who donate, thank you, thank you, thank you. Sometimes they come through in our feed, sometimes they don't. So if we ever don't recognize you, it's not because we don't appreciate you or that we don't receive it. We just don't always see it come through in the chat. So I just wanted you to know that. And thank you so much for helping us do what we do. We really, really, really appreciate that. 1,000 blessings to you. Lynn says, Charlene, that was beautiful. Thank you so much. Good. Oh, I'm so glad. I'm so glad, my friends. Mary, that was amazing. Your voice with the gift of music was phenomenal. Thank you very much for your kind words, Mary. I appreciate that. That touches my heart. I really appreciate that. Sandy with an I. Sandy says, I loved the cord cutting. Ethereal with the golden light. Yeah, that golden light, man, that's good stuff. That's all I'm saying. We'll do replays of this. I love it. Filled with love and self-compassion. Oh, that's so good. Wow. Releasing, grounding. That's awesome. Thanks for another spiritual experience. Sandy, that was all you. The bulls were just happy to help. And I got to be a bull banger. So it's an honor to be with you. I'm glad, and thank you for sharing all of that. Yeah, cord cutting can be pretty powerful. And I encourage you, I will say this too, I just have this image of sometimes it's helpful to go back and just kind of check back in on the work that you've done, because sometimes it's like peeling an onion, right? There will always be a different layer underneath. And finding those layers and re-expressing your declaration of sovereignty, of independence, of personal freedom and expansion in your authentic voice, it is a multi-layered process, right? Because life is multi-layered. Because every day we build things up that we don't even perceive. And at the end of the day, we have the opportunity to kind of reduce that gunk that we have experienced, that life has connected us to for whatever reason. So sometimes too, even cutting those cords, going back, peeling back another layer of the onion, it can actually be very, very helpful and effective. So I share that for some reason. I just kept seeing it. So for whomever that was intended for, no idea. Kat, do you ever perform in the Tampa area? Oh, that's very kind of you to ask. We typically do most of our stuff online. We enjoy the online experience, but there's always things that are coming down the pike. In fact, if you want to stay in touch with us, because we are always constantly creating new and different experiences, whether they're live, in-person experiences, which those are on the docket for the future and then near future, or immediate online interactions and courses that we have. We actually have a course that we'll be doing through the Shift Network that comes up in the end of September, talking about the multidimensionality of music and how you can co-create with sound. It doesn't matter if you're a classical musician or you play the kazoo, or you just enjoy listening to sound and using sound, the sound of your own voice in your everyday life. How can you really effectively co-create, create harmony, harmonize your life? So we have all kinds of things coming up all the time. We have a series called The Hypnotic Heart that happens once a month. It's a 12-part installation that moves us through the innermost alchemical realms of our heart, where we can use and our own information and deeper wisdom to transform our lives in a more meaningful, richer, and more powerful way. So come join us in some of these places. We'd love to see you. If you want more information, just go to our website, which is myfirstname.com, Charleene, with 3 E's. Would you like to buy a vowel? But you can only buy an E or an A. Those are the only vowels. I, O, and U are out. So, and Y occasionally. Lori. She says, wow, incredible and powerful. Released insecurity and filled with love, peace, and joy. Thank you. That's amazing, Lori. Thank you for sharing that. I love that you released insecurity and filled with love. Hot dog. It's awesome. It's a pleasure. My friends, it's always so good to be here with you. We are going to be back next week. I'm so excited. August 8th. We should have done it at 8 a.m., but we're doing it at 9 a.m. because, let's just be honest, it's a little bit easier, especially for our West Coast friends. 8-8. It's what we call the Lion's Gate portal. And I love cats. And I love 8-8. I feel like it's a national holiday. In many ways, it's kind of like me being Irish, obviously, and loving St. Patrick's Day, even though I don't drink. So I just have a very different kind of relationship with St. Patrick's Day. I have that same kind of relationship with August 8th, 8-8, double infinity, this beautiful portal that connects actually into ancient Egyptian timings, even into the subtleties of the understanding of the universe around us, happening, unfolding, manifesting in a very special, cat-like, Lionsgate way. So I hope you join us, if for nothing else, just to be purely enlivened, entertained by some cat-like energy. So we will see you next Friday, August 8th at 9 a.m. Yes. And we have some more opportunities coming up in August as well. It's always good to be with you, my friends. Thank you. I love you. I wish and pray over your day today. I encourage you with the strength that you've cultivated, that you continue to cultivate. And I want to remind you, just remember, you are so loved. You are loved. And you are love. Until we meet again, from my heart to yours, be well. Sat Nam.